What's going on, guys? Red and Black TV here on a player ratings video from the Bournemouth Cardiff game 3 days ago. But here in my ratings, I've just done a little bit of analysis over the game, how all the players really played, so I can get a real proper rating for each. For each of the 11 players, I'm not going to do the substitutes as I don't feel like they would have had enough time to really show their quality within the game. But here are my the starting 11 player ratings for the Cardiff game. Starting off, we've got Asmir Begovic, who was our goalie against Cardiff. Didn't have much to do within the game because Cardiff's attacking motives and their threat was very limited throughout. Asmir Begovic only needed to commit one save within the whole game and only touched the ball 20 times, passing it 15 of them. So for Begovic, I'm only going to give like a 6.5. Nothing on Begovic. Pulled off a crucial save when needed in the second half, where they really came close to scoring. But Begovic not really having to do much, so it's only a 6.5 rating for him. Adam Smith is the next player in the player ratings. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for a reasonably good performance against Cardiff. Yes, he did get substituted, but from the other things in the game, he did pretty well, let's be honest. He did give one foul away to Cardiff, but did suffer a foul and gave a free kick to Bournemouth. But his tackle 50% rate is okay. Could use with some improvement. But final third passes, Adam Smith completed 15 out of 17 key final third attacking passes and really helped us within the attacking movement. One of the best attacking movement passes completion ratio within the 11 players. So that's why I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for his contributions. Moving on to Steve Cook. Steve Cook had an excellent game. One of the best of the defenders and probably better than Adam Smith. Steve Cook completing 75% of his passes, passing 66 times, let's be honest. 5 long balls and winning 7 aerials is something that really just shows how good Steve Cook has been in our defence and why he's just been the rock-solid core defender alongside Nathan Ake, creating a very good defensive pairing between the two. I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Not an 8, close to an 8, but Steve Cook, very good first game of the season. Can he perform throughout at that kind of level? I really do hope so, because he's a very good player for our side. I don't think we should be getting rid of him anytime soon. So Steve Cook and the back line, I'm feeling, is going to be the same throughout the season. Now moving on to Bournemouth's Player of the Year, Nathan Ake. Nathan really showed why he was the better player at Bournemouth last year. But I feel like in this game, Steve Cook did show him up on the defensive back line. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He only won one aerial battle within the defensive pairing against Cardiff. So Steve Cook really doing a bit more than him. Doing the exact same amount of tackles, finishing off with 1. But Nathan Ake, I can see a lot more to come from Nathan Ake throughout the season. Yeah, it was a good game for him, but we know the levels Nathan Ake can get to. So 7 out of 10 for Nathan. Moving on to our number 11, who is going to have a lot of competition this year, Charlie Daniels. Really needs to show now in these next 2 games why he should be the left back. For quality wise within the game, I feel like it was just an average kind of Charlie Daniels performance. I'm going to give him 6.5 out of 10. Didn't feel like he contributed the most out of the back line when going forward. Pass accuracy of 75% and winning 4 aerial battles, really doing what he normally does. Committing 1 foul and winning 1 dribble battle. No actual tackles from the stats. Charlie Daniels maybe. I do have faith in Charlie Daniels because he does his bits. He does get those assists every now and then, and he can fire in a good goal every now and then. So I'm going to give him a 6.5 out of 10. Going into the debutant, David Brooks. Now, I know it could be quite harsh, what I'm going to give him here. I'm going to give him only a 6 out of 10. I don't feel like David Brooks contributed the most. I feel the worst contributing player out of the 11. Yes, it was his debut. I've got to be lenient to him a little bit. He is young, but he did show a bit of spark. I feel like he'll be a lot better with Lewis Cook. Committing one shot throughout the game, 24 passes, as I think he was like a right midfielder this game. 24 passes, 70% pass and accuracy. I feel like a winger should do a bit more than that. Not really winning many dribbles from the stats here. 39 touches, committing 1 foul, 3 tackles. Not too bad. 3 tackles is the standout stat right there. David Brooks, a 6 out of 10. I could see a lot more coming from David Brooks. Yes, it was his debut. Can he perform to a high standard? Definitely. Moving on to the skipper of the day, Andrew Surman. Andrew Surman, at 31 years of age, didn't know if he was going to start or not today. He hasn't really had much of an impact last season within the starting lineup, but did captain the side on Saturday. 79% passing accuracy as a midfielder, very good. 6 long balls, 64 passes, winning 8 aerials, a lot more. So a lot of long ball from Cardiff really gave Andrew Surman a lot more heading challenges within the game. 76 touches, 2 fouls. Andrew Surman did have had a good game, let's be honest. Will look like he could start within the next few games. For the Cherries. Lewis Cook would probably be my more preferable asset within the centre midfielder, but Andrew Surman with a great contribution. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. And Gosling, I feel like out of the two centre midfielders in the game, did do a lot more and was within the core of the game a lot more than any of the players. Dan Gosling was the centre man, the heart of the team, I felt, in this game. Yes, we did have contributions, great performances from Ryan Fraser and Callum Wilson. We cannot take that out. But out of the 2 centre midfielders, Dan Gosling was the main man out of the 2. 77% passing accuracy, 72 passes, 4 long balls, 1 through ball, 4 aerials, 91 touches. A really key man within the centre midfielder. 4 tackles and 2 dribbles, 1. It's Dan Gosling really showing himself recently. Last season, he was consistently in the side. I really like Dan Gosling and what he brings to the team. And I feel like we're getting a lot of good centre midfielders who are really bringing their A game against every Premier League team or in the Cup. Really looking good. For Dan Gosling, I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Going on to one of the 2 best players of the game, Ryan Fraser, scoring the opening goal against Cardiff. Yes, it was a tap-in, but Ryan Fraser did contribute a reasonable amount. 67 touches, 1 aerial, 47 passes, 78% pass accuracies, 2 long balls. Ryan Fraser actually having the most successful pass ratio in the attacking third. And that is something we really like from a winger. Ryan Fraser is a great player to really help us within that attacking third. If we're pressing a lot with Ryan Fraser, he could be the key guy for this season. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for a great performance, and from the goal will bring his rating up. 8 out of 10 for Fraser. Callum Wilson, what a game he had. Really had a lot of contributions within that attacking final third. As a striker, it's what we wanted. Callum Wilson, I was a bit unsure at the start of the season. Will he be the man to fire some goals for us? Yes, he did miss a penalty within the first half, a very poor penalty. Brings down his rating a little bit. I would have given him an 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8 rating. Looked very good from his shooting stats. 6 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal, 2 blocks. 48 touches and beating players on the dribble 4 times. Very good performance from Callum Wilson and a very good goal in the second half, 90th minute. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10, the same as Ryan Fraser. On to Josh King as the final player within the starting 11. I'm going to give him a 6.5 out of 10. Didn't really do much as a striker, only committing 1 shot, not getting it on target. But we have seen a lot of Josh King, what he can do, beating players on the dribble twice. He knows how to dribble around those players. He knows how to create those chances, those shooting situations. We've seen 17 goals or around about that in a Premier League season. Give King some time. 6.5 out of 10. If not, Jermaine Defoe, bring on. Jermaine Defoe, we know what he can do off the bench. 6.5 out of 10 for Josh King. Not a bad performance, but not a great performance. Those are my player ratings for the Bournemouth Cardiff games. What did you guys think of them? Do you guys like the the format of these player ratings. Do you want me to go into stats, or do you just want me to give my thoughts within each and every player's game, and then just to make it a bit shorter? I don't know how long this video is, but just condensing it down and just like keeping it short on each player. But I've been Matt from Red Black TV. If you want to watch more ball related content, subscribe down to the channel. West Ham coming up in the next few days with a match preview.